QB competition. Guys, camp starts Thursday.
Yeah.
Fall camp begins this Thursday at Ohio State. Chris and I are making plans to go watch practice this weekend. We're going to have hopefully some content that's created out of that. Looking at that. But that being said, that means the quarterback competition officially takes the last stage, if you will. I do not expect this thing. Number one, we'll start here. I do not expect this quarterback competition to go into the season. Yes or no?
No.
Okay, we're all in agreement. No, it does not. Which means at some point during camp, Ryan's going to pick a starter. When do you think that will be? Is it 2 weeks? Is it 4 weeks? Is it the week before Texas? When do you think you will hear Ryan Day has announced who the starter is going to be for Texas? Either one of you, jump in.
August 12th.
That's the same day I had, honestly.
What?
I'm saying August 12th.
You guys got me pulling up a calendar. What's going on August 12th?
I think they used to do their press conferences on Wednesday. I think they bumped them to Tuesday.
Tuesdays, yes.
So I feel like, I don't know, just feels right. That's about 2.5 weeks out.
Yeah, and you want your first to get the first team reps. It's not like we're going into a cake first game like we normally do. You've got a legitimate game against Texas. You have to have that first team guy ready. So that's why I went with that same date.
Sage, I'm going to lean with you. He says he gives me August 20th. So if I'm going to look at a date, I will say, okay, August 19th then. That's the week later. So I'll go with you on that. Give me another week. And here's why I believe it's going to take one more week. I think Lincoln Kienholz is actually better than we think he is.
I agree.
I don't think there's you've not heard anybody leak anything. Usually by now, if there's a major flaw in someone's game, it comes out by now.
Yeah.
I think also one of the mistakes I've made, I'll say I'm guilty of this, is I still go back to 2 years ago in the bowl game against Missouri, and I see how woefully unprepared he looked. And that's unfair of me to apply that to a true freshman who got zero, and I mean zero, first-team reps going into that situation. He was woefully unprepared. I don't think that's the Lincoln Kienholz who is pushing Julian Sayin for the starting position. So I think they're going to take an extra week to really examine this thing and kind of let this play out a little bit longer. Who's it going to be and why? We'll start there. If you're a fan, Justin.
I mean, it's Julian Sayin, and nothing against Lincoln Kienholz. I think all due respect to him, he is a phenomenal athlete. I think he was the Gatorade Player of the Year in high school sports out of South Dakota, like playing three different sports, could probably play all three at the college level. But in my opinion, you have a guy, I call him second year guys. I don't want to say redshirt sophomore, whatever, or redshirt freshman, who was recruited by Nick Saban in Alabama to be his, next in line, probably would be starting this year after Jalen Milroe. Nick Saban retires. He calls Ryan Day and asks if he has a spot available. That confidence, and he fits the mold of he doesn't have quite the mold of a CJ Stroud, but he fits the mold of a Ryan Day quarterback, a cerebral, smart, strong arm quarterback that can analyze the field, look at, and he has all that pedigree. He played in a very good conference in California. He's got all the makeup to be, a success. And I mean, all he's got to do is be a good point guard. You've got all the weapons in the world, but I'll let you guys talk on that. But that's kind of my real quick 2 cents on Julian Sayin.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Julian saying, but and I've seen a few people say in the chat, these are guys who have two very different skill sets.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about the high end arm talent, the elite processing, the ceiling that excites these NFL scouts about Julian Sayin. And that's one of the reasons I think that he gets the starting job. But you're going to see packages like Devin Brown. You're going to see, I think, packages in short yardage situations and goal line situations where you might see Lincoln come in PO, because there's no doubt that he's a strong leader. He's fairly consistent. He's got growing confidence. And more than anything, he is a superb athlete. So I do believe that Sayin gets the nod. I do believe that there are packages for Kienholz to help him get playing time. But for me, ultimately, and it's going to be very similar to what Justin just said, I'm going to take the Jeremiah Smith take on this, man. Just like he said at media days, it really doesn't matter who you throw in at quarterback. Whoever the quarterback is, they are going to be surrounded by great tools around them to be successful. And then all you got to do is get the ball to the playmaker. Like Justin was saying, simply there. If you can play point guard and complete the routine plays routinely, be a very successful quarterback no matter who's there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, maybe not so much in Texas, but at least well, let me rephrase this. I'm going to, instead of being a question, I'm going to make a statement. We better see both quarterbacks play we better see whoever doesn't win get a ton of playing time against Grambling in Ohio.
Absolutely. We need that.
You need both guys ready to roll this season, because I'm here to tell you we got incredibly lucky last season that Will Howard was able to play the entire season. That typically doesn't happen. And look at Georgia, for instance, right? And they did not look like a football team with a quarterback who played a whole heck of a lot more than what Ryan Day's backup quarterbacks usually play. Mm-hmm. And it's another reason why it feels like every other year, if not every year, but every other year, we go into the season saying, who's going to be the starting quarterback? He's got hardly any reps, any game reps. So I'm one of those guys where it's like, okay, if we're winning by 3 scores at halftime against Grambling and Ohio U, put the other guy in and run the same dang offense. Don't pull the reins back. You let them play. Give them some reps with the first team, even, if you will. And then by the time we're up 4 or 5 scores in the fourth quarter, guess what? You should be playing TSA next, man. TSC, sorry.
TSC.
Yeah.
TSA. TSC. So it's Taven St. Clair, right? So you need to give him game reps as well, because we cannot continue to put ourselves behind the 8 ball at starting position. And boy, I hope it doesn't burn us going up against Texas in game 1 like this, because even though Arch has not played a ton of football, he's played a whole heck of a lot more at the collegiate level than what Julian Sayin and or Lincoln Kienholz has. And that's absolute. So I need to see Ryan Day play these guys more. And so when you have those opportunities against a Grambling, against an Ohio U, play them.
Yep.
All right. Anything else on this quarterback battle that you want to highlight or talk about?
I don't really think so. I mean, just in my opinion, I think Julian Sayin, he's got to be the guy. I've seen some people might not like this comparison, but I've seen him compared to JJ McCarthy. I've seen him compared to Bryce Young. I've seen him compared to Mac Jones. But those are the 3 comparisons I keep hearing. The one comparison I hear for Lincoln Kienholz is a little bit out there for me, is Joe Burrow. And I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I would love to see that, but maybe we'll have our Dwayne Haskins and Kienholz will transfer out and win the Heisman somewhere else while we win a national title next year.
Yeah. I look at it like this, and Justin touched on it earlier. This is a kid that, and saying that Nick Saban, arguably the greatest college football coach of all time, tapped to be his starting quarterback. That tells you something about the kid's makeup and character right there.
Right.
Now you've taken this kid who has the potential that Saban liked, and you've put him with possibly the greatest offensive mind of our generation in Ryan Day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how this goes wrong. I just don't.
I love your guys'